Alright, what is poppin', people? We're here. I finally care enough to get on the ladder and try something. Now, I really don't know what I've got queued up. I expect nothing but the worst out of this team, but I do think this team is kind of interesting looking. I wanted to try out that weird Keyberry stored power ESPEON bullcrap because I thought it sounded kind of fun. And I also wanted to try out Inteleon dual screens because, as Awin has noted, it is the natural progression of life. We used Drizzle dual screens and we copped some dubs. Now it's time to go use Big Drizzle. And then just some other stuff. I want to try like Acro SD Septile because I thought that sounded cool. Trying to figure out just how good Comfy is. And then Turtonator because it's offense. And I also just felt, hey, all the hype right now is around Aurora Veil. Why don't we try one of the other HOs? And I don't want to use terrain, so we're gonna try dual screens. And also, hey, with Gigalith around, maybe what's it called? Dual screens is a little bit more difficult to get to work. I mean, maybe Aurora Veil is, because Gigalith can actually just come in and say, no, you don't get to set that. Anyhow, looking at my opponent's team, he's got no hazards unless it's Roxadura, which I think there's like a very high chance of that. You got 3 breakers, so it's not like you need this to be a breaker. I wouldn't be surprised to just see like Rock's Iron Defense, but maybe I'm expecting a little bit much. But I'm gonna lead with this. And we're gonna go for the very balanced move called Glare. Yeah. In terms of how NU has been looking as of late, Inteleon is super threatening. Like, I'm using a meme set with my Inteleon, but don't get me mistaken. Or don't get it mistaken how good this mon is. Specs is super scary, because realistically, what's switching into Choice Specs Inteleon? There's not a lot. So my opponent goes Mag Mortar. I'm chewing that up. And when I say there's not a lot, it's not that like Inteleon has no counterplay, but it's mostly like you're having to switch around immunities and then just like really good resist to Dark Pulse and Ice Beam. Fortunately for NU, and what I think does keep Inteleon held back at least a little bit, even if it's still super potent, is we have a couple of super duper great water immunities and even resists at the very top of the tier. When you think of immunities, you could look at Vaporeon, you could look at Toxicroak. I even think Jellicent is okay. You know, I say okay really hesitantly there because at the end of the day, you're still competing with Vaporeon for that slot. Because I think Vapo does a lot more for a team. But Jellicent, I think, does have some reason to still get used. Also, I'm just glare this because I'd like it slowed down. But in general, I do think it's pretty easy to get some good stuff going to check Inteleon and prevent it from just throwing out the water move. And even looking at resists, right? Okay. I guess I'll taunt this just in case it tries to set up. Please. I don't even want to switch here. I guess I'll go Inteleon. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, cool. But, even looking at resists, you've got some stuff like Whimsicott isn't too bad. Oh, he crit me. I was gonna do big damage. Let's go into this and try to win. I don't think we will, but I want to try anyway. Yes. This is gonna be great. We're gonna Morning Sun here. But, when you look at resist, you got Eggy as well. You never want to give that mon free turns. And then you can even look at stuff like Sceptile. You can stuff like Drampa. Yo, this guy's too good. No, he's Infiltrator. No. Do I KO? Oh, I do. Thank Lord. Ooh. But you got like Drampa. You got Eggy. You've got Drud. You've got what's it called Sceptile, Whimsy. And these mons aren't taking the hit well. I think that needs to be stressed. Inteleon is super strong, and so Specs just does ridiculous amounts of damage, no matter how you look at it. But the main thing is, like, they could take one hit, and then a lot of these Pokemon either threaten to just straight up Oko Inteleon, or they at the very least Oh, he's Scarf. Oh, and he just... Oh, got it. Okay. This is a good Pokemon. They at least take the hit and then they threaten to, like, Oko you back. They're not Pokemon you want to switch in, like, directly, especially because a lot of them don't want to take a coverage move, like Ice Beam. But they're not the worst answers ever also. You're noticing how I'm piling this team. It is always lead Druddigon and get my rocks up. Yeah. I want them up. And we got Detail. Maybe I should make it Roar, but I don't think there's any sub Mon really, other than maybe the occasional Kling Klang that would threaten Drud, and I at least have Taunt to disrupt some of that. And then in terms of pivoting around the coverage, I mean, again, bulky water type, really, it's Vaporeon. It's really good. Porygon 2 can take some hits as well. We're gonna taunt you. You do not get to set your hazards, my friend. I'm sorry to tell you. I still think Inteleon is, like, ridiculous despite a lot of this. Mainly because Hydro Pump is so strong. Like, expects Hydro to hit KOing pretty much every resist, on top of that Mon being as fast as it is. Makes it incredibly difficult to play around, and it limits offensive counterplay a lot as well. Because Inteleon's just not faster, or not slower than a lot of your, like, typical fast Mons that would revenge kill it. Guess we could just Dragon Tail here and hope. No hoping. Yo, do I bank on him being Specs and just go comfy here? I can't hit the Centiskorch. That's really sad. I'll just go Inteleon. I'll go Inteleon and then, like, yeah, I'll set my screens and then I'll U-turn into, like, ESPEON, I guess, or some shit. I don't know. I think that works. Yeah, so he goes Credilli here. Look at this. The dual screens Inteleon! Ooh. But yeah, I think with how strong and fast this Mon is that it's... Oh, nice. It's a really big issue. And I wouldn't be surprised if we do eventually have to ban it. Now, Ari's going to be giving us, what? Ari got 60 Pokemon in their last tier shift, and they currently have legitimately over 100 Pokemon in the tier. I would, even with how the Isle of Armor 1 DLC drops went, which Inu ended up actually getting, like, very few drops when all was said and done, comparatively to, like, Yu and Aryu. Yo, can you not do this to me? I want to pop this thing sub immediately. I do think there's still something to say about how Inu will look post-shifts, and what the, like, quantity of drops is gonna be. I think there's a good chance we get just a metric fuckload of stuff. I've heard rumors of Milotic being a possibility. That'd obviously be another Inteleon answer. I've heard Passimian might come back, and I just really want Passimian. Do I Calm Mind again? I don't think this lives a hit. Yeah, get on about. You know, yeah, Espeon high key is so great. I love that. But yeah, I do think there's something to say about potential other drops for us to get. Why would I ever go for another Calm Mind? Oh, that's why. But fortunately, he gave me the Keyberry boost, so that's really thoughtful of my opponent. Yep. And obviously, look, I'm at the low ladder right now. I just want to be able to get some games and talk some, you know, talk my talk, you know? This year's so fun. My opponent's got a lot of old Pokemon. Yeah, so we're just gonna make sure this doesn't set up. Yeah. I have my Sash intact. Let's just glare this. This is also nice because now he can, like, he's guaranteed to be parried if he ever tries to set up. So we're gonna do this. Yo, sub SD wrap Galardash would mess this team up real good though. We just see these life orbs, so who do I want to go to? I mean, this does just win. Right? Well, this could have suckers, so I guess I need to be cautious of that. But do just keep that in the back of your mind. Oh my lord, that hurt. Owie! I want both of them. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's do it. I got my screens up. We gotta get a Turtonator clean up in here eventually, you know? Like, we've already seen Espeon do it. Take advantage of this, but this guy's got a, you know, he's got a Steel type. Hey, don't use that move. I really wish I was Flamethrower this game, because now I have to hit a Fire Blast. And as we've seen in previous Inu lives of mine, hitting a Fire Blast is sometimes a very tall, a very tall task. Oh, he's Scarf. Oh. Well, that's not good. So we Draining Kiss this just because Calm Mind is worthless to go for there. Oh, that's really bad for us, that he's randomly Scarf Flapple. This could be very bad for us, friends. This could be very, very bad for us, friends. I saw my light screen up, so I'm gonna go for another one. I'm gonna go for D-Kiss now. I don't like this. Oh, never mind, I love it. Never mind, we're good. He's Psychic instead of Stored Power. Stored Power would have absolutely massacred my poor little Comfy there. Fortunately, Comfy remains Comfy continues its onslaught. And I'll be able to get damage on the Berserker if they go that. Do you live this? I don't think you do. Yeah, get on out. Give him a little, you know, nice little kiss on the cheek there. I think I'm good, though. I believe Sceptile's Earthquake should be able to KO this. Yeah. Alright, cool. So unfortunately, Turtonator lost its chance at a sweep because of the Scarf Flapple, but Comfy put in a lot of work. I think if they were the good set on this, which is, like, Stored Power, then I was absolutely just not winning this game. Fortunately, my opponent did not have the, what's it called? The good stuff. Now, Sceptile's gonna get cooked there, but ESPEON could just Dazzling Gleam and KO the turret. Unless they're... Okay, yeah, I didn't want to speak anything into existence. Yeah, I think that's the other notable drop we got that was getting some amount of like, hey, maybe we should ban this talk was, what's her name? I know that Mon's name, please come to mind. It is Salazzle, yes. I've actually seen very little Salazzle. Unfortunately, this is a speed tie. Or not a speed tie, it is a Druddigon. It's not a Druddigon either. This is a Duraludon, and so it's faster than me. I'm gonna taunt and just assume that you're rocks. This is a very dumb choice. Fortunately for me, I'm being bailed out at every, like, twist and turn. Yeah, I really haven't seen much Salazzle yet, which is surprising. I think that mod has a lot of potential to be very annoying, but I also feel like people will make sure to over-prep like hell for it. I actually missed the detail there. That's a little bit annoying. It's not the biggest deal. I'll just go for another Dragon Tail. If they go into Hitmontop, they're risking me winning game with Comfy, as they actually end up going into this again. So, so we know he's not Eject Pack. You know, look. I like having fun. I want to see him up, but I don't think it's the right play. He's gonna get rocks here. It's a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, so in terms of overprep for Salazzle, I think it's not the hardest. So if we want to talk about the annoying set, and probably one that had a lot of people scared, which is Subtoxic Protect, I don't think fitting a Cleric on your team is the hardest thing at the moment. I think fortunately for the tier, you got a few options when it comes to Clerics. You've got Comfy. I think you can fairly justifiably run that. And also, I think this is Specs. But I think Comfy can get that move in its last slot with the removal of Hidden Power. I don't think Stored Power is necessary. And then Vaporeon as well is an option if you want to run that. I'm gonna just go for Stored Power here. Bonk. And that obviously helps prevent Toxic Spread. And even on the standard Nasty Plot set, I've seen a lot of Toxic in the last slot, because again, Salazzle can't run Hidden Power anymore, so not a whole lot of other options. Yeah, this set's really fun, by the way. Oh my lord. It's the low ladder, so I have to take it with a great assault, but I'll take it. Call my Stored Power Espeon, put in that work. Woo! Cooking kids out here. Let them know, let them know. So to further that idea with the Subtox Slough set, I was thinking because Gigalith and Rhydon are both super good right now, that helps limit them. What am I up against? I do not like this. But yeah, so you can get... I'm gonna taunt this. Oh, if he's Jolly, I'm slower. You're not Jolly, though. You're not... Okay, well, you know. You know. You know what's really sad is Espeon can't beat the stupid Shedinja. No! No! I guess I can glare the Shedinja. I don't know what the hell else I'm supposed to do. Oh, yeah, you can stop doing that, buddy. Yo, I have nothing, I have no button to press. I'm Mold Breaker, I forgot! So he's gonna spin here. We'll glare him. If he doesn't spin it, he's probably going for the Axle. Yeah. Ow. Owie! That did damage. Is it worth going Espeon here ever? Probably not, because you got this whole ass Aggron here. Yo, no, here's how we do it, right? We go Comfy, just so he's scared out. Never mind, I get a critical hit. Yeah. Back to the point on Salazzle. So, Rhydon and friends are very common at the moment. And as a result, Rock Blast is pretty easy to fit on a team, I think. Again, with Xatu being in the tier, I really do value Rhydon over Mudsdale, and Gigalith is just a super solid Pokemon. And since they already naturally check Salazzle, it is helpful as well, but just being able to get Rock Blast on your team and break the sub, and then pretty much beat Salazzle through the sub is really cool. And he's gonna go for Defog here. I don't like that. I guess we can Calm Mind. He goes for Thunder Wave, huh? I didn't expect that. Maybe this isn't Defog then? T-Wave, Roost, and Attack and U-Turn is my guess as to what we're facing. I'll just Dekiss here. If he goes Aggron, it's still Chip. And I need that thing chipped. As he goes for Port. Okay, so yeah, T-Wave, Port, Roost, and then an Attack is my guess as to what we're up against. I'm just trying to force damage. Oh my lord, no. Oh, come on. I really wanted damage there. Fortunately, this is sashed. So we will have it KO'd. I guess we go Inteleon here. I'm gonna go for my hazard. No, my hazards, my Reflect. I don't need to set the screen here. I should. Oh, he's detailed. No! I really don't want this thing just KOing my whole team. I really don't like the situation that I'm in. I think we're okay. He could go Jelly here. He doesn't. Okay, cool. But, yeah. I don't know. Salazzle I felt was going to be a lot more oppressive. And so far, it's not been bad in the games I've seen it. It's just not been as scary as I thought it'd be. I think it's still super good, though. He could also just not be, that one move, I guess. Oh, he's Water Spout. I see. Okay. So, he's Scarf or Specs, I guess. I don't know. This can't touch me, though. And because... Oh, well, if he's Defog, I guess then he can get Sheddy back out. Yeah. Yeah. I think Salazzle in general is a really good Pokemon, though. I mean, that's not exactly a bold claim. It's pretty strong and pretty fast. But again, I think like Inteleon, Salazzle just benefits from being right above a lot of what we've commonly had as speed control for a couple of the few metas. I believe it's 1 base point above Whimsicott, which is helpful because I think Psychic is probably mandatory right now. A move's never mandatory, but I think it's really good to at least deny Salazzle from trying to get free entry versus you. And just being able to avoid having a lot of things revenge kill you is really cool. That's generally why I view those two Pokemon in pretty high regard. Unless you have a Scarfer on your team, you're probably going to not have something to outspeed them. Now, should most good teams have a Scarfer? Yeah, I'd say so. I feel like we've had some metagames that you didn't need a Scarfer, and this could also be one if Ninjask starts gaining usage again. This is a Trick Room team. I am petrified. Huh. I mean, am I petrified? I don't know. I have a Comfy. Doesn't that mean I just win? Yeah, I need to check what Aroma Veil does. No, it blocks Taunt. No! Well, I'll still set my rocks. And I'll still glare this. And I'll press Taunt here. Actually, I'll press Dragon Tail because if they switch out, I want Chip. So the question here becomes, how do I prevent this guy's team? Because I'm assuming this is like Specs or Life Orb, Specs or Life Orb, Choice Band or Life Orb. You know, a lot of just scaries. Fortunately for me, Comfy has he has potential. I need to get rid of the S-Scav, but once I have, I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibilities for Comfy to just doink this guy, you know? Similarly with like ESPEON, the only issue is neither of these are wall breakers. They don't really force the damage the way I need it to be forced. I'll go Inteleon here. I'll set up a light screen. This is a tough matchup. That does damage. So we can go for this here. I'm not too worried about them aromatherapying. I was gonna go Subtile here and go for a Swords Dance. And now we can start trying to force some Chip. As he's gonna go for a Wisp here. I don't know why I didn't go Espeon if I was gonna predict the Will-O-Wisp, but that hard. Don't go for a move that OHKOs me. Thank you. Now I'm gonna Shell Smash again. Do I need to? I definitely need to if I'm gonna KO their Aromatisse. Oh my lord, cooked! We're not even out of the woodwork yet, you know? But Turtonator! Cook 'em, boy! That's AV. I'm scared. This is AV. I don't know why he randomly gave me damage there. Yes. Yo, I was actually really petrified of this matchup. I don't really have a great reason for it. Trick Room's scary, man. When I'm wanting to use just absolutely no brain power needed offense, it's not fun queuing into TR. Because when I was laddering in Gen 7, there was one guy that I was always petrified finding on the ladder. I don't remember his name, but I remember I'd always type it out in capital letters whenever I'd match into him. It was a Spanish name, I think. He always brought the same Trick Room team. I could probably name off the 6 Pokemon that were on at this point. It was like, what, Mega Dino, Marowak, Slowking. I think there was a Crabominable on there, an Aromatisse, and then maybe like an Alolan Eggy. I don't know. But that guy was so scary, because if I ever wanted to just queue up with boring hyper offense just to get a whole bunch of games, I'd match into him and go, ah yes, I have lost. It's time to lose. Where are we on the ladder? Let's see. Oh, wait, we got 7 games? Ah, the beauties of offense. Games absolutely do not last forever. I actually really enjoyed this team, though. That was fun. I'm glad, you know what? I'm glad that we were able to find a way to build out some offense that wasn't Aurora Veil. This is Aurora Veil with 1 extra step. If we're being fair, you know, setting another screen. But I do think there is something to say about Inteleon being able to pivot as well. I think that's pretty cool. I am like max HP on this. I don't know if that's the best move, but I feel like we saw it sometimes in this game, Inteleon's bulk still being kind of bad without HP. So I do wonder if you... I feel like HP is probably the right move, because otherwise I feel you might lose a few chances to set your screens. Obviously that's the big reason that you like Aurora Veil right now. The Slush Rush boost from Sandslash, if you're going that route at least, really helps to guarantee that you get the Veil up, and also it takes 1 turn, whereas this takes 2 turns. Inteleon's slower than a Slush Rushing Sandslash. I think there's something to say for this archetype, though. I don't know if this is the best configuration, but it let me run Morning Sun Stored Power ESPEON, and that was the goal of this live. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you know, subscribe. If you haven't already, please. You could even like the video and leave a comment below telling me what you enjoyed. Anyhow, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, your morning, your night, your dawn, your dusk, your twilight, your lunchtime, your dinner time, whatever time of the day it is, whatever day of the week it is. I hope you're having a blast. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.